Naomi just caused absolute chaos on SmackDown, but Jade Cargill stopped her in her tracks. The entire WWE Universe was left in shock this week as Naomi launched a brutal attack on Michin and B-Fab. Just when it seemed she was about to inflict even more damage on Michin and B-Fab, Jade Cargill's music hit, causing Naomi to retreat. Instead of standing her ground and facing Jade Cargill, Naomi ran into the crowd, leaving fans questioning, is she really scared of Jade, or is she biding her time for the perfect moment to strike? What is going on, guys? It's Wrestling Juice here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Naomi's shocking turn, what pushed her to attack Michin and B-Fab, the SmackDown beatdown, how Naomi took down Michin and B-Fab, Jade Cargill to the rescue, what this means for her and her allies, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Don't forget to drop a comment below so we know where you're watching from. Thank you for your support. Now, let's get straight into our first story. This week's episode was pure chaos as Naomi delivered a vicious statement to not only Jade but her new allies, Michin and B-Fab. While the WWE Universe anticipated Charlotte Flair's entrance, Naomi struck, blindsiding Michin with a devastating X-Factor before unleashing a flurry of relentless punches. When B-Fab attempted to intervene, Naomi kicked her off the apron, sending her crashing into the ringside barrier. But she wasn't finished yet. Naomi slammed B-Fab into the announce table and unleashed even more brutal strikes, demonstrating that she's more dangerous than ever. Just when it seemed Naomi had complete control, Jade Cargill's music hit, and everything shifted. The moment Jade stormed to the ring, Naomi instantly halted her attack. Rather than facing her rival, Naomi dashed into the crowd, vanishing before any real confrontation could take place. Jade then redirected her focus to B-Fab, checking on her and assisting her to the back. But the drama didn't stop there. As the dust settled, Jade and Charlotte Flair encountered each other on the ramp, locking into a tense stare-down. Neither woman spoke, but the electricity between them was palpable. Could this be an indication that Jade and Charlotte are headed for a collision course? The biggest question lingers. Why did Naomi flee from Jade? Is she afraid of what's coming, or is she simply waiting for the right moment to strike again? And what does that silent showdown between Jade and Charlotte signify for the future? Naomi's recent attack on Michin and B-Fab sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe. Once known as one of the most resilient and beloved superstars in the women's division, Naomi's sudden aggression left fans questioning everything they thought they knew about her. Was this just a moment of frustration boiling over, or is there something deeper driving her actions? Could it be payback for past betrayals, a strategic move to reclaim her dominance, or even a sign that Naomi is tired of being overlooked? Whatever the case, this moment has changed the landscape of SmackDown, and fans are desperate to understand what led to this shocking turn. For years, Naomi has been a fan favorite, bringing athleticism, energy, and charisma to the WWE ring. However, despite her immense talent, she has often found herself pushed aside, overlooked for title opportunities, and forced to fight harder than others just to get the recognition she deserves. While superstars like Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Bianca Belair have consistently been at the forefront, Naomi has had to scratch and claw her way back into relevance every time. The frustration of being underappreciated is something many fans have sympathized with, but could this have finally pushed Naomi over the edge? If history has taught us anything about WWE, it's that those who get tired of waiting often take matters into their own hands. Was this attack a result of Naomi refusing to be sidelined yet again? The rivalry that no one saw coming. While Naomi, Michin, and B-Fab have not always been directly linked in major storylines, tensions have been building beneath the surface. Both Michin and B-Fab have been trying to carve out their own paths in the women's division, often at the expense of others. Could Naomi have viewed them as obstacles in her way? Michin, known for her hard-hitting style and never-back-down attitude, has proven herself as a serious competitor. Meanwhile, B-Fab, though not as experienced in the ring, has been gaining momentum as part of Hit Row. If Naomi saw them as a threat to her position, it might explain why she decided to make a statement by taking them out. But was it really about competition, or is there a personal vendetta we don't know about yet? The possibility of revenge. Did Michin and B-Fab cross the line? Another theory is that this attack was pure revenge. WWE is full of backstage politics, and it's possible that something happened behind the scenes that pushed Naomi to retaliate. Were there past altercations that fans weren't aware of? Did Michin and B-Fab disrespect Naomi or play a role in keeping her out of the title picture? Considering Naomi's history of loyalty and resilience, this level of aggression seems uncharacteristic unless there was a serious reason for it. Some fans speculate that this could be tied to Jade Cargill's recent emergence in WWE. Could Michin and B-Fab have aligned themselves against Naomi in some way, forcing her to strike first? Could this be the start of a heel turn for Naomi? Heel turns in WWE often come from a place of frustration. The once beloved superstar finally gets fed up with playing fair and snaps. We've seen it happen with Bayley, Becky Lynch, and even Sasha Banks. Is Naomi following in their footsteps? If so, this could be the beginning of a whole new era for her. A heel Naomi could be a game changer. She has the athleticism, mic skills, and fan following to pull off a darker, more ruthless character. If this attack was the first step, what comes next? Could we see Naomi embrace a more aggressive in-ring style? Will she target other superstars who she feels have wronged her? What's next for Naomi, Michin and B-Fab? The WWE Universe is now waiting to see the fallout from this shocking attack. Will Michin and B-Fab retaliate? Will Naomi double down on her aggression and continue taking out anyone who stands in her way? More importantly, how will Jade Cargill respond? If she steps in to defend Michin and B-Fab, we could be looking at a major feud that reshapes the SmackDown women's division. No matter what happens next, one thing is clear. Naomi is done waiting for opportunities. She's taking them. The question is, will this new aggressive side of her be enough to finally cement her legacy, or will it backfire? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The WWE women's division just got a whole lot more interesting. Naomi's shocking attack on Michin and B-Fab has completely shifted the dynamics of the SmackDown women's division, leaving fans buzzing with speculation about what comes next. With Jade Cargill stepping in to defend Michin and B-Fab, the question now is whether Naomi will face immediate retaliation or if she has an even bigger plan up her sleeve. This feud is far from over, and the fallout could redefine the division for months to come. Naomi's next move. Will she double down or seek allies? After making such a bold statement, Naomi has two choices. Either she continues her aggressive path alone, or she recruits backup to even the odds against Jade Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab. If history has shown us anything, it's that lone wolves rarely last long in WWE, especially when facing formidable opposition. Naomi may have ignited this fire, but does she have the numbers to keep it burning? With her history of aligning with other powerful female wrestlers, Naomi could reach out to others who feel sidelined in the division. Could we see her forming a faction of her own to counter Jade's growing influence? Superstars like Shotzi, Zoe Stark, or even a returning legend could align with Naomi, turning this into a full-scale war. If Naomi is truly embracing a more ruthless persona, she might have to play dirtier than ever before to stay ahead. Jade Cargill's role. The enforcer of the women's division? Jade Cargill's WWE debut has been nothing short of dominant, and her decision to stand up against Naomi proves that she isn't here to take a back seat. But will she now take on the role of protector, ensuring Michin and B-Fab don't fall victim to Naomi's wrath again? Or will this be the spark that propels her into a leadership role in SmackDown's women's division? Jade's undefeated streak in AEW made her a force to be reckoned with, but WWE is a different playing field. If she steps into a more protective role for Michin and B-Fab, it could set her up as the division's biggest powerhouse, making her the ultimate gatekeeper for anyone looking to dominate SmackDown. However, if Naomi continues to push, this could escalate into a deeply personal rivalry that brings out a whole new side of Jade. Could this lead to a larger SmackDown women's division war? When tensions rise in WWE, it's only a matter of time before the entire division gets involved. Naomi versus Jade Cargill isn't just a one-on-one feud. It's becoming a battle of ideologies, experience, and dominance. Michin and B-Fab are already in the mix, and if Naomi finds allies of her own, SmackDown could be heading toward a major faction war. A multi-woman feud could lead to a Survivor Series-style showdown or even a high-stakes elimination match at an upcoming pay-per-view. With new signings and surprise returns always around the corner, this rivalry could be the perfect launching pad for fresh storylines, unexpected alliances, and career-defining moments. The road to championship gold. Is this feud a stepping stone? At the heart of every WWE rivalry is the ultimate prize, the championship. Naomi's aggression might not just be about respect or revenge. It could be her way of positioning herself for another title run. With Io Sky currently holding the SmackDown Women's Championship, does Naomi see herself as the next in line? And if so, will Jade Cargill stand in her way? Jade has yet to make her move toward a championship, but this rivalry could be the stepping stone she needs to prove herself as a top contender. If she defeats Naomi in a decisive match, she could establish herself as the next dominant champion. On the other hand, if Naomi takes Jade down, it would be a major statement that she's ready to reclaim her spot at the top. What's next for SmackDown's women's division? With so many moving pieces, the SmackDown women's division is more unpredictable than ever. Naomi's attack has set off a chain reaction that will likely lead to new alliances, bitter betrayals, and career-defining matches. Will Naomi face immediate retaliation from Jade Cargill and her allies? Or will she outmaneuver them and prove that she's still a major player in WWE? One thing is certain, this story is far from over. As the drama unfolds, the WWE Universe will be watching closely to see who rises, who falls, and who walks away as the dominant force in SmackDown's women's division. What do you think will happen next? Drop your predictions in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going.